party hats. Boom, boom.
The whole go bang bang here.
Let us begin.
I want you to keep an eye out for the Boogity Man.
VHS Bandits.
Boogity! Boogity! Woo!
VHS Bandits.
Welcome to Coxwell
Don't
Academy.
need no DVDs, don't need no Betamax. These are the VHS Bandits.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode of VHS Bandits. This week we watched Ghoulies 2. Let's pop in the tape.
The carnival's back in town with all your old favorites. The Ferris wheel, the roundup, the octopus, beautiful girls, a spook house, bumper cars, and a special added attraction. It's got Ghoulies too. They walk, they talk, they crawl on their bellies like
Reptile.
This place is better than Epcot Center.
Ghoulies too.
Really scary, mister.
Close carnival hard before they kill again. $1,000 for any man who brings me one alive.
Just when you thought it was safe to go back into the bathroom, Ghoulies 2. They'll get you in the end again. Ghoulies 2.
And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome to this week's episode again. I'm the Kevbot. Here as always is the delicious Dane Train and the titillating Topher Hansen.
Watch out or I'll titillate you.
Ooh, what's
50 cents
happening,
per
my
titillation.
dudes? 50% more titillation?
Well, 50 cents per titillation,
Oh,
but
50 cents per, sorry.
I can throw 50% in more for another nickel or so.
Ooh,
We're here.
That's a
with
good deal.
that is a good deal.
The crunchy Kevbot.
Crunchy with a K, the crunch bar.
Yeah.
What is it? Crackle.
The crackle
bot.
I don't want to be Crackle.
Well, it starts with a K.
Can
You
I
gotta
be
change your name to C Kevbot.
Can I be Crave, like the beef
Yeah,
jerky?
did that start with a K? Oh, that's beef jerky?
There's a brand of beef jerky called Crave.
Oh, I thought you meant the
with K.
cocaine candy
No,
from 5th grade.
I'm craving for Crave,
Yeah.
man.
Crave DT.
Just one more vial. Come on, Shell guy. I got my $1.50.
Shell guy. Yeah. I remember I walked to Shell. This was during like MCATs or something like that.
Yeah.
And I walked to Shell and I was like getting Red Bull for myself and like Bossy and like just our friends. And I like bought like 6 Red Bulls. And the guy was like, "Are you okay?"
Dude, I remember when Red Bull was brand new. I think you, me, maybe Bossy or John, or maybe Kev. We went down to some store. We all got Red Bulls, and I tasted it. I was like, "This tastes like shit. Why did I buy
Yeah.
this?"
It like forces your face to smile the first time you had it.
It does. I remember when Trans Buddha was open and they had it, and you'd go and at the bar and you could buy it, and other people who were there who we went to school with would be like, "I just had 6 Red Bulls." And it's just
Oh
like,
my God.
calm down.
Calm down. I'm going to break into the Hebert's Candy Mansion.
I tell you, one time at my old office, some like truck driver came into the office and he's like, "Hey, I have a whole bunch of these like just about to expire like cartons of Red Bull. Do you guys just like want them?" And we're like, "Okay." And he came in with like cases and cases and tons of different like Red Bulls.
Wow.
And
those were stolen.
I don't know
He
what
stole the
story
wrong
was.
truck.
I don't know what the story was. And like it took us like a year and a half to drink all of them. They would just like be
Oh
in
my
a
God.
corner.
They
It's
were
like, "Ah, this is
expired.
Yeah.
Way before Monster energy drinks, Mountain Dew made like these, like smaller can energy drinks. Do you guys remember those at all?
Not really, no.
Made
Was
me
it
poop
Kickstart?
green.
Oh,
my
gosh.
God.
Oh my. Well then. Speaking
gave
of
me
poop
tons of
green,
energy.
Ghoulies 2.
Yes.
We are lifting
They
off
puke green.
into Little Rubber Monster Month. And
Whoa.
That was a ghoulie too.
That was a ghoulie.
There's a
right
ghoulie in here.
And so let's describe what is a little rubber monster.
It is a monster that is little and made of rubber.
No CG. No. I guess-
GC.
Yeah. No CGI. No TGIF.
Sometimes it's a puppet.
No TGI.
Sometimes it's animatronic. Sometimes it's both.
This had some stop motion in it as well.
Stop motion. Yep. And they're covered in some kind of slime that makes them look like
They're covered.
sweaty.
They must be covered in slime.
Yeah.
Munchie's not covered in slime.
No, Munchie is dry as a bone. He doesn't need slime. He's a very well hygienic.
That's how you know he's a
little
good
monster.
guy
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
compared to ghoulies, which are bad guys.
Yeah.
True. I wonder if the Munchies are covered in slime. I don't think they are.
No, because I think they have fur,
Yeah.
if I recall.
Well, these ghoulies have fur too. Some of these ghoulies have fur and are also slimy.
That's true. They're a hybrid.
they're yeah, right.
So we're kicking off Little Rubber Monster Month with Ghoulies 2. And I figured it'd be cool to do Ghoulies 2 because of all four of the Ghoulies movies, this one has the most.
Dane is the
copious amounts of
Ghoulies aficionado.
I have all four of them on tape.
He's
And
practically a Ghoulies historian.
I am a Ghoulies enthusiast.
Yeah.
And so
Is this your favorite Ghoulies?
yeah, probably. It's up there. It's a
Okay.
tough call, man, because most people hate Ghoulies 3. Ghoulies Go to College, but I love it. Yeah,
But
Is
those
it
are
close
people
to a
in
teen
suits,
sex
you said.
comedy?
it's kind of a sex comedy. Have you seen it, Kev?
I've not seen any ghoulies actually.
Oh, you never seen the Ghoulies? Okay.
Yeah. So I've got some questions when we start this talking
All right.
about the movie.
a couple quick things that
I know there's
You got to know about Ghoulies.
5 ghoulies,
there's 5
Or
in
there's-
total. There's 5. Yeah, I think there's 5 in total, right?
or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
there's 4,
5.
and then on IMDb I saw there's like a
There's
documentary.
there's a flying one. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So
You're talking about two different things, but that's okay.
okay. Oh, you talking about the movies or how many Ghoulies are in
Yeah,
this movie?
the movies. How many movies were made?
Oh,
How
there's
many
4.
movies there are?
There's
Okay.
4 Ghoulies movies.
4 movies, and then there's a documentary, a making of documentary about
Oh,
ghoulies.
I really want to see that. Do you know what it's called?
I can look.
If anybody knows what it is, email us at thevhsnet@gmail.com. Although I'll probably find out before you send this. Because we make these episodes well in advance now. So
Ghoulies from Toilets to Terror, the making of
Ooh.
Ghoulies.
ooh, I gotta
Toilets
see
to Terror. Terror Toilet. I
Terror
want to see
Toilet?
that movie.
that. Ooh, why don't
and
you
Ghoul-
make that movie? You're
I
in Hollywood,
should.
baby.
I know. I want to make a schlocky, like Empire Films-esque movie.
I'm telling you, man, he's right across the street. Everybody, Charles Band's company, Full Moon, is right across the street from where T-Man resides. And he needs
I
to
don't know
go.
about
cardboard
anymore what
box.
they were back in the day.
He needs to knock on the door. He's going to answer the door.
Hello, Charles Band here.
And you'd be like, listen, Charlie, Bubby, do I have the movie pitch for
Bubba.
you? It's called Toilet Terror.
All right.
It takes
I'll-
place in a hot dog palace, all right? With a moat made out of hot dog water.
From the people that brought you, there's a Fred Durst under my bed. Toilet Terror.
Oh, man. That would be a great double feature for one of those $1 DVDs you find at the bin at Walmart.
That's right.
Yeah.
Me and Retrokaiser need to get on that.
Yeah. All right. So, I thought Ghoulies 2 would be great because Ghoulies 1, believe it or not, there's actually very little Ghoulies in Ghoulies 1. This one has the most amount of Ghoulies. The third one only has 3 Ghoulies, and it's more of like a wacky comedy. The fourth one has no Ghoulies, and they've been replaced with little people in costumes. So there's no rubber monster movie. There's no rubber monsters in that one. So
Are they rubber costumes?
I don't know, dude. I think they're probably they're like paper mache. You know? But
are they mummies?
Well, no,
mummies.
you know how like
there's mummies in this. Mummies aplenty.
You know, they're like
plenty of mummies in this
like
one.
Made out of plaster or something like that, you know?
Okay.
But
and there's people inside?
Yeah, dude, they're costumes. They're actual costumes with dudes.
They're like Alf.
They're like Alf. That's right. Yep.
Oh, so they're like foam.
Like Alf in the cut
Sure,
scene,
they're
like
foam.
when he's got to walk.
I don't know. We'll find out when we actually watch Ghoulies 4.
Little
foam.
Hey, here's a movie. Little foam monsters with people in them.
That's going to be
month.
that's
Little
gonna be
foam
next month.
people with
right?
monsters.
That's a handful of a name there.
That's a hit. Hey.
So
anyway,
anywho,
what's on the box
all
there,
right,
pal?
So this movie, it's a Vestron video.
Whoa.
Released by Empire Pictures, which is what Full Moon used to be before it was Full Moon. So on the cover, you got a toilet with the fish ghoulie coming out of the front.
He's a fish. I thought he was a baby ghoulie.
Well, you call him baby ghoulie. Most people call him fish ghoulie. But
okay. Hey, I mean, he got the fins and he's got a tail like a fish, but he's got a face like a baby.
Got a baby face.
And then the other one,
the one coming out of the bowl or out of the tank?
Out of the bowl.
Yeah, that one definitely looks more like a baby.
And the one coming out of the tank, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe him. He kind of looks like one of the dinosaurs from the show Dinosaurs on TGIF.
Yeah, like something that would be in their fridge.
Yeah. Something that they eat, you know? So he's coming out of a tank and he has a thing of lipstick and he's writing 2 on the toilet seat. So it says Ghoulies 2. And there's all kind of there's gross brown boogers all over the cover. I don't know if somebody was like eating Hershey Kisses or what. Or a Kev Bar Crunch Bar. I don't know. And there's
maybe they took Ghoulies 2 into the bathroom.
Dude, that's probably what it was.
You got to sanitize that.
There's a horror sticker on the front that's been all fucked up, and it says horror because the H has been all taken off.
Horror is my favorite genre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I was saying movies. they should have called this Ghoulies number 2.
Ghoulies number 2.
Yeah, because of the toilet.
Oh,
theme.
yeah. Because he's taking the number 2sies. Yeah.
Or Ghoulies poo.
Ghoulies poo. Now you got it. Now you're stinking with poo gas. So on the cover it says,
now we're crapping with gas.
It says, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the bathroom. And my cover is like wicked sun faded too. Wherever this was at,
that's great.
Store, it had a nice. It didn't have
Stayed
any
there for a while, obviously.
And on the
back, it was facing the window.
On the back, you got a picture of one of the Ghoulies riding one of the bumper cars at the carnival, and on the other side, you have Fish Ghoulie eating some girl's face, like he wants to give her a big smooch.
Oh, jeez!
And it says they'll get you in the end again. And it says the Ghoulies are back and more devilish than ever. As the
Ghoulies are back in town. Ghoulies are back in town.
Scream until you like it.
Brought to you by Dr.
Wasp
Lawnmower
is in this movie.
And Wasp featuring
Dr. Lawnmower's got to get some. Oh, I'm sorry. Dr. Lawnmower's got to get Dr. Exterminator to take care of the wasp problem.
It's right. So as they turn an unsuspecting carnival into a house of pandemonium in this wildly outrageous
into a hot dog palace.
It's the sequel to the original smash hit Ghoulies. Satan's Den has received its final warning. Either the not so creepy House of Horrors spooks up an act and scares up some customers fast, or its gateway to hell will be closed for eternity. Just when Larry Prentice, I think that's his name, believes there's not a ghost of a chance to save the show, he gets some uninvited visitors to spice things up. The Ghoulies make Satan's Den their home, and profits soar as the demonic little creatures wreak havoc on the helpless fairgrounds. So take a ride on the Ghoulie Go Round and play some bumper Ghoulies. Enjoy yourself, because the Ghoulies will get you in the end.
Bumper Ghoulies.
Hey, did you guys know this
good
movie?
enough.
This movie is rated PG-13 and it's not rated R.
Yeah, there's not too much. It's not very gory, or there's no boobs in it, or they don't really swear either.
No. So it's a very family friendly movie.
Okay,
You know?
well, I don't know if I go that far, but sure.
Oh yeah, sure. I watched this.
Ghoulies for every age.
It's a ghoulie for every age, right?
I think kids would probably like this movie. I don't think they'd be scared of Ghoulies.
I don't
This
think
is
so.
like a good introduction to
Scary movies,
horror creature movies.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Whoa! Did you all hear that? Whoa! Dane just got
playing
us in
some
the
butt
end.
trumpet.
Oh, talk
Again.
about getting you in the end.
Holy!
Because Dane Train had a burrito.
So first
Yeah,
I
he had a turd-rito.
A butt-rito.
While we watched the movie, I had pasta primavera, and then
Oh, you
and then right
what
before,
the pasta?
and then right before we started recording, I had a bean and rice burrito.
Oh my god!
Should have had a bean and rice and gas X burrito.
Oh yeah, there were some ghoulies in there too.
If there was a ghoulie in your toilet, he'd turn right around.
Yeah, go. Oh God, get me the hell out of here. You go,
Get me the hell out of here! This movie is so full of ghoulie sounds.
You know what I would do if there was a ghoulie in my toilet? There was a ghoulie in my toilet. I just
If there's a Fred Durst in your toilet,
I go scream until you like it.
shit until you like it.
Yeah, man. So Ghoulies too. I picked this one because it had the most amount of little rubber monsters.
Good choice.
With a big surprise at the end in terms of the little rubber monsters. But there was a trailer at the beginning of the tape. You guys remember
That's it.
what
Just
that was?
one.
Just one.
It looked so fucking cool.
Yeah.
It starred what's his name? Kevbot. Do you know his name? The dude from Happy Gilmore, the bad golfer.
Yeah,
The guy who says, "I'm gonna
I
eat your shit
don't
for
remember
breakfast."
his name.
The movie looks
But
so good.
He played Shooter McGavin.
Yes. This movie looks awesome.
It was called Paramedics. It looked like a wacky sex comedy.
Christopher McDonald.
Yeah.
That's his name.
It looks
So
so
it starred
damn good.
him, and it had some other people in it. It had a lot of like actors that are bald now, but they all have hair. It looks good. It looked like a buddy cop movie, but with like EMTs.
Yeah.
Or kind of like almost like a Police Academy style movie or
totally.
something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it looks
great.
pretty good.
It looks great.
It looks like it would go good with Misery Brothers. This is Y2K.
Oh my God. I can't wait to watch it. Cannot wait.
Here's what the plot says on IMDb.
Okay.
2 paramedics are transferred to the nasty part of the city where a gang is killing people to sell their organs.
Whoa.
That doesn't sound too funny.
Is that it?
No.
That's hilarious.
That's all it says, yeah.
Whoa.
That's hilarious.
That's like the plot of the Exorcist series, which is a good show.
I never seen that.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Do people get possessed in the show?
Yes.
Is it does somebody get possessed? Does a different person get possessed in every episode? Is it like one of those shows like Quantum Leap where every episode is like its own standalone?
Yeah, the dude from Quantum Leap just possesses a random 12-year-old girl in every episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's
that
what
would
it
be
is.
a great premise of just like the
The
person
hot
on
chick,
the
the
other
TV
end
show?
of Quantum Leap is like, he's acting really funny. And there's like a bounty hunter who's trying to track down the Quantum Leap guy to figure out,
Oh, yeah.
why are all these people acting so abnormal?
Is it
So
Hot Dog the Bounty
good.
Hunter? After they had his Hot Dog Palace.
Nobody comes into my hot dog palace and lives.
Lay off the
You're getting me steamed.
Ooh. Lay off the hot dog water, brah.
Quick grin.
Looks like he's slowing down, or I'm just catching up.
Watch your buns, ladies.
All right,
Anyway.
so Ghoulies 2. So that was the only
All right.
trailer. The Paramedics, go see it. We want to see it. If anybody has a copy of it, let us know.
Yeah,
At
looks really good.
thevhsbandits@gmail.com.
So,
oh my!
all right.
I don't know if you
moly.
people can hear this at home. If Dane's mic is picking this up, but whoa! There he goes again. He just flew right off his seat practically. Oh my goodness!
and he's fanning it away. Thank God we are
I
social
know, we are
distancing.
not
We cannot
yeah.
get fanned.
Yeah.
So
by-
keep 6 feet away from Dane Train's butthole, even after this is over.
That's not even going to cut it.
Face masks
Yeah, it's not-
required.
Yeah, you need a butt mask with a
Sterilize that
filter.
chair.
Your N95, that won't even save you.
Can you get COVID from butt to butt transmission? Butt to nose. Anyway.
Oh,
jeez. Oh,
So
jeez.
it gets right into the movie, and I just have to ask, not seeing the first one, does this play into the start of this movie? Was
that your chair or your ass?
That's his bum.
That was
Oh
me.
my
That was
God.
me putting the slipcase
Oh
back onto
yeah,
the tape.
sure it was.
That was it.
Sure it
Did you hear
was.
that?
Oh yeah, it sounds
was it.
just like It's hey, that tape sounds a little wet.
It's got some.
You might want to
Gonna
demold
get
it. Sorry, Kevin Butt.
It's okay.
Before we were so rudely and stinkily
Oh,
interrupted.
great. We're going to get more as 1 out of 5 stars on iTunes because somebody's going to go, I told these people to stop farting on the show years ago and they're still farting 0 out
Your
of 5
wife
stars.
is going to
I
give
hate
us
this-
1
I
out
hate
of
this
5 stars from the
podcast 'cause
amount you're
somebody
filling the house with
farts.
farts.
That's
oh
right.
my gosh. All right.
So does this
Ghoulies.
movie play into, because it starts off, no, Dane's shaking his head no.
No, there is no connection between the first movie and this movie whatsoever. The dude,
Like Munchies.
just like
Except it's actually the same monsters.
actually,
though.
well, yeah, just like that. Like the only ones that have any cohesiveness is the first and the fourth, and the fourth is a real stretch. But so basically each movie is kind of like its own standalone thing. Even like all the mythos of the Ghoulies and like where they come from and all that stuff, it's totally different in every single movie. In this movie, they're just there.
They're like Ernest.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
just
yeah.
shows up, has a job
That
in
makes
some
sense.
random town.
Yeah. Each Ernest movie is like a separate
Deletes his
universe.
identity from the government databases and starts anew.
Yeah, exactly. And it's basically that's basically what it is. Every movie's totally different. So at the beginning of the movie, there is this dude who has a sack filled with ghoulies, and these dudes, sack full of ghoulies, and a couple of dudes with like these like red
Spanish Inquisition looking red robes.
Oh yeah, those guys never come back.
Nope, they're
No.
not in the first movie whatsoever. They have nothing to do with any plot.
They're
or
not
anything.
even in this movie.
They just
Are they supposed to be some kind of cult? Is that why they're chasing this
they're
dude?
like some Satan worshiping cult dudes. That,
Oh, you know what? I guess they must have summoned the Ghoulies, and this other guy is like a priest, and he captured the Ghoulies.
trying
He
to
just
stop
came
the
in and
Ghoulies.
yoink.
Yeah, give me those Ghoulies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Give me all your ghoulies.
So this guy in the middle of the night is running away from the Ghoulies, and he finds a like a gas station, right, with a garage.
Yeah, like an auto body shop.
yeah.
And then auto body shop that has a vat of toxic waste
This huge vat
Just-
of toxic waste.
just open in the middle of the garage.
Just
steaming
one
with
light
fumes
under
everywhere.
it.
That's
Now,
it.
Dane, I know you've worked in auto body shops. My father was a mechanic.
Yep.
Now, how often did you use your giant vat of toxic waste? Because my dad's garage had one, but we used it sparingly.
We had like a 55-gallon drum that was covered at
the
all
industrial size
times. Like a big blue industrial
of
drum.
toxic solid waste. Yeah.
Toxic solid
Sounds
waste.
delicious.
And like, when you do an oil change or you take out fluids out of the vehicle,
You
whether it
dump
be-
your ghoulies. When you flush the brake lines of any ghoulies, you throw them in the toxic waste.
So what it is there's a top and there's a little teeny little cap on the top. So you would like put a funnel on there to funnel in like your oil and whatever. So it would never be open with like dry ice steam, popping out of it in the middle
Would
of
it
the
be
night.
radioactive? Because ours was radioactive.
Yours was
I can guarantee
radioactive? No,
radioactive.
I don't think it was radioactive.
All you need, you just got to throw in a couple of radios, throw in your tunes into the vat of oil, and then you go to radio.com/activate and put in the code and then it becomes radioactive. And then you can destroy the ghoulies.
And you gotta go, dude, my tunes.
My tunes.
But yeah, so this guy thinks that if he just tosses the sack of ghoulies in there, just kind of like the dip in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Very similar to that. And he's like, it's like,
Except
God,
this toxic waste has no effect.
Does
on
nothing.
little rubber monsters.
Yeah, not at all. I was like, oh, maybe we're going to get some super ghoulies. But no, they're just regular ghoulies.
Standard issue ghoulies.
They don't even get wet.
That's
in
probably
there.
why they're so wet.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
That could
But
be.
they're like the fur doesn't get wet.
They have like a nice shellac on them.
Yeah, they got the sheen. They got that
They got a
the
good
classic
sheen.
ghoulie sheen.
Yeah.
but not.
Now
But
they're just
not
well
like-
polished.
You know what I'm
Right,
gonna
yeah.
do?
It cleaned them
It'll
up. If
last them all
anything.
season.
Because I have my detailing business. I'm gonna start doing like a YouTube channel. When I talk about like the wax finish and stuff, I gotta be like, oh, this paint has a nice ghoulie sheen to it.
This car has a nice baby ghoulie sheen on it. Where if you look at this car and its job, it's definitely a rat ghoulie.
Oh yeah, rat ghoulie.
You want to be the baby ghoulie.
Oh yeah, so let's talk about what ghoulies there. Oh, so but the ghoulies basically they pull in the priest into the vat of toxic waste. There's a flying ghoulie.
Flying ghoulie like smacks into him and it makes him fall into the vat of ghoulies.
Yeah, and the toxic waste like obliterates him and he dissolves into a floating skull. But the ghoulies are fine.
Yeah, because they're Satan spawn, you know?
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah,
Nothing
Why
can
not?
stop
Maybe.
the ghoulies.
Could be. I have no idea.
Ghoulie.
There's definitely magic involved, and there's no magic in toxic waste.
No.
Trust me, I've drank a lot of it.
Yeah, that's true. You've had a lot of Mountain Dew Code Red.
It's definitely burned some layers of my skin off.
Yeah, I was outside the other day look at it. I got a sunburn. I was outside for like 2 minutes. Look, my arm's disappearing. Anyway,
so T-Man, you were saying that you're out in Los Angeles. You're saying it's what, in the 90s out there right now?
it's almost 90 degrees right now.
It's almost 93?
It's 90 degrees.
90 degrees.
Wow.
Anyway,
It's the 90s out in LA.
and
This is the weather of the 90s.
It's the weather of the 90s. Let's talk about what ghoulies there are. What ghoulies are in the ghoulie arsenal? Who was your favorite ghoulie, Kevbot?
I'm going to do a quick image search.
Oh, you got to get all the ghoulies together.
I got to get
the
all
class
the
photo
ghoulies.
of the
Why don't you look
ghoulies.
just behind me?
Yeah, there's only 3 ghoulies.
Oh yeah. So here up on Skype,
Ghoulies 2.
Skype now lets you put like your own custom background, and when we do the shows now, whatever our theme is, we put a picture of this. So T-Man's got Munchie behind him. I got some of the ghoulies behind me.
All right. So we got baby ghoulie, we got frog looking ghoulie,
Frog ghoulie, yep.
and then rat ghoulie,
Rat ghoulie,
and then flying ghoulie, which kind of looks like a pancake.
yep.
I don't really know how else to describe him besides flying ghoulie. And then there's cat ghoulie. Am I missing any ghoulies? I think that's all the ghoulies.
That's all the ghoulies.
That's it?
all the ghoulies.
Collect
There's
the
only
whole set.
5 of them?
There's a 5
Collect
ghoulies.
the whole set.
5 ghoulies.
5 ghoulies.
How come McDonald's never had a Happy Ghoulie meal?
Happy ghoulie meal.
Yeah,
with
you get a ghoulie
Happy
toy.
Ghoulie sheen.
Like he comes out of the toilet.
Oh, dude, that would have been the best fucking toy. It's
Like it rolls, like the Ghostbusters, toy where it goes
rolling
bah, bah,
toilet.
bah,
Yeah,
bah,
man.
bah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would have been the best.
The ghoulie comes up and out.
That would have been great.
All right. So
All right, favorite ghoulies. What are
I think mine would be the baby ghoulie.
Oh, we all have different favorite ghoulies. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Now, why baby ghoulie?
I don't know. He's like, he's I don't know.
He's adorable.
He's adorable.
He's one of-
If I was going to be eaten by any ghoulie, I'd want to be him.
It'd probably tickle. before
Probably
he
would.
kills you.
Every time I look
Yeah.
at his back, I just feel so bad for him. He must have like the worst scoliosis with that big fin, like that big
Could be.
curved like fin thing on his back.
Yeah, but look at Rat Ghoulie's face. It just looks like it hurts to breathe being Rat Ghoulie.
Well,
Yeah.
his little
He's
nose
definitely
just
got
goes
some
up and down all the
congestion
time.
all the time.
Oh, yeah. All right, Dane, who's your favorite
The Dino
ghoulie?
one's pretty cool though, but he doesn't like do much besides.
He just hangs out and
does-
eats popcorn. You know?
Yeah, he's like the least active ghoulie.
Yeah.
If I had to relate to any ghoulie, it would definitely be him. Not doing much and just eating popcorn.
I like the rat ghoulie. He's my favorite. He's got his little nose that like goes up and down, and I like his sound. I like his little sound effects.
They all sound like that.
They all sound like well, each one has like a different sound though, right? Like fish
Kind
ghoul.
of.
I mean, baby ghoul.
Barely.
They all have a slightly different sound. Like one of them always goes, and one of them is, like cat ghoulie kind of goes the whole time. And, that's what I'm gonna do when I have my kid. I'm gonna be like, hey baby, what does baby ghoulie sound like? All right,
you have the spinning wheel that lands on a ghoulie.
Mobile, whatever.
What
the cat ghoulie says.
Yep.
I like cat ghoulie. Cat ghoulie is my favorite ghoulie.
Because he also knows how to shank someone.
Yeah. He's multi-faceted.
He's a real sharpshooter too at the bullseye.
Right, yeah, he uses a gun.
Yeah.
Well, just to like play a carnival game, but still, it's cool. So anyway, so these we get the truck driver and his truck nephew.
Yeah, these two guys run,
and the cult guys just go away. They just give up. Right? They just disappear, never to be seen again.
Oh yeah, never see them.
They're just like, not my problem now.
Yeah, well, now we got to find some new ghoulies. Jeez.
Guess we'll have to go summon more ghoulies.
Oh boy. All right.
So yeah, that's how that goes. And
did anyone else notice on the Satan's Den truck, one of the faces painted on is like the Return of the Living Dead brain
I did
zombie?
not notice that.
I did notice that somewhere within Satan's Den, there was like this painting on the wall that looked like the cover to Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, I missed that.
You know, like the like the Mohawk punk zombies that are on the cover of the movie. I feel like I saw them somewhere, like a painting thing of them inside Satan's Den, but that's all right. Either way, so the ghoulies get out, and this 18-wheeler like pulls over because they're having like radiator problems. They need like some water or something from the radiator. And you find out that they run this carnival. They're on their way to their next site to start up their carnival. And the ghoulies decide to hitch a ride on the 18-wheeler to the carnival. So the next day, there's this bureaucratic sleazeball. I forgot what his name was. Do you guys remember?
I don't know, Mr. Sleaze.
No, I don't remember.
All right, we're gonna call him Mr. Sleaze. And
but he owns the carnival for whatever reason.
I guess like this company that owns the carnival.
They diversified their portfolio so much that they own a traveling carnival.
Yeah. And,
amongst other businesses.
So this guy comes in and he's like, if this carnival is not profitable tonight, then you're all gonna be laid off and stuff.
Because we all know how profitable carnivals are.
Of course.
Right. I was saying they should just all, sell the carnival to the carnies. Let them pitch it and then they just run it. They take it over themselves, blah, blah, blah. Because
everybody's happy.
Everybody wins. This guy doesn't want a shitty carnival. I don't know. And what are you going to do with all this shit?
I don't know.
Liquidate the assets.
Yeah, you can do that.
That's right.
Kind of like Dane's butt right now.
Oh, yeah. Liquidate my ass. That's
you.
That's stewing in there.
Yeah, so we got, what's that? Kevbot, do you know this actor's name? The guy, the little person that plays he's like the actor who plays the actor.
His name was Sir Nigel.
I know his name. Yeah, Sir Nigel. He's
right.
Phil
He's a dwarf, but
Fonicaro.
He's in a shitload of movies.
Yeah,
he is. Oh yeah,
he's cool. And he's always talking. He's always like in character, and he's like a Shakespearean era person basically for the whole movie. And he welcomes or at least Mr. Sleaze is the first person that meets him. And he's like, hear ye, the carnival awaits. We have been expecting you, Mr. Sleaze. Right this way, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, he plays the monster at the carnival. So he's got a little
Mr.
monster
Sleaze is
suit.
like, hey, I'm sleeping in your trailer tonight.
Yeah, that's mean. Where did he sleep?
He stayed with the main guy.
Oh, with Larry.
Larry.
And then Mr. Sleaze gives a big speech, saying, hey, I'm going to shut you guys down, make some money, hey. And specifically, Satan's Den, the horror attraction.
It's a spook house.
A spook house.
A very spacious spook house for being the back of a truck.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
You can just hang out in there all day.
Well, they do. Everyone that goes in there is in there for like an hour. They get lost and everything.
I would, and they said if it doesn't make any money, it's going to be replaced with mud wrestling. So which one would you rather go see? Mud wrestling or go into Satan's Den?
It depends. Am I going to get stabbed and killed by ghoulies?
Hey, that's what people pay for.
Because I would much rather watch mud wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because watch it getting thrown up on by ghoulies and seeing people getting stabbed and stuff. It's better than going to Epcot Center.
There's two different things. If I'm the one getting stabbed and killed, no thanks.
Oh,
but if
what
I'm
about
watching
this?
it, if I'm part of that big crowd,
that's chanting rats. Rats.
What about ghoulie snot wrestling?
Cool. That would be very, very quick because they can't separate. There's the elasticity of their.
That's true. Once it dries, you're stuck.
Yeah,
you need a jackhammer to get out of that stuff.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
The Ghoulie Girls.
The Ghoulie Girls.
6 tits each.
Gross. The German Ghoulie Girls.
Yeah. Das Ghoulies.
Satan's Den is run by the drunk uncle.
His name is
Drunkle.
Ned Fausto.
Who seems like an old prospectory kind of guy.
Yeah.
Right. But he's a magician.
He used to be the great Fausto at one time. But
now he's just a drunk.
Now he's the okay Fausto.
The mediocre Fausto. And
the debunked Fausto. Who uses
the spook house here is the attraction that's making the least money, I guess. So they're the ones that are they have the most to lose. Because what are the other things? There's like this Egyptian belly dance show.
The snakes, I guess, but
hosted by I Sleaze of Genie.
Whoa.
And
that's gonna be on.
You got the sideshows, like the bearded lady, the strong guy,
right? The
guy
freak
who's
show,
half woman, half man.
Yeah.
Like right down the middle.
You got regular stuff. You got bumper cars. You got a Ferris wheel, some shooting galleries. Probably one of those games where you squirt water and the thing either goes across or goes up. And
yeah.
Oh, and they had the dunking clown. I think they should have used that guy more. I liked him a lot.
He was awesome.
He was good.
The dunk tank clown. He insults you. If we didn't give you any balls, you wouldn't have any.
He was great.
Yeah.
And there was like a punching, like a punching thing.
Yeah, like the test your strength machine.
And then there's one of those strongmen, like you hit the
mallet.
You hit the thing with the mallet and the little bar thing goes up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the main characters we pretty much don't really see too much of anybody except for Larry, who runs the spook house, and his uncle, who was like the barker to like get people in, and Larry was like supposed to operate the machinery and stuff like that. But and the actor, what was his name? Sir Nigel. And Captain Sleaze. So,
does Larry have a love interest in one of the Egyptian
halfway
dancing?
through the movies? He does, yeah. She
I'll
randomly shows up, and
They just throw
she just
things in.
comes out of nowhere.
Although it seems Mr. Sleaze has an interest in her too.
Oh boy,
because he's sleazy.
And then anyway, so they set up. They have to make money, and Uncle Drunkle is drunk, and he's
Shocking.
reading from it. He just has a magic spell book, and then he reads this magic spell, and then the ghoulies show up, but they were already there, so I don't know. And he's like, "Oh, I made these demons show up. Oh boy, I'm a magician. You can't kill me. I'm magic." And then he sees that they're real, but nobody believes him because he's drunk. So they're just like, "You're telling tales. You're drunk." And then Larry gets mad at him for being drunk. Yeah.
And then he drinks too much and just passes out for opening time.
And
Opening time at the
our
carnival.
first death is some random girl. I guess she's one of the genies or one of the belly dancers, right?
Yeah.
And isn't it like she disappears in every town and then, I don't know.
Yeah, she like fucks a guy in every town. And she's talking to the genie, and
she's
he's
one of
like,
the
"Hey,
main
I need you around tonight." And she's like, "Oh, I got a date." And then she's got a cat named Muffy.
She
and
just
the cat
got
runs
to
away.
town though. Like how?
Well, they
how
come back
easy?
every year.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Is that it? I
Like
thought it was I didn't get that detail.
So they've been in this town before.
All right.
She's also on Backpage or Backdoor.com or whatever the fuck that is.
She wants to meet hot singles in her area.
And so she
credit card
goes looking
required.
for the cat, and the cat goes into the spook house, and then she goes into the spook house
Because
allegedly.
Who was actually making the sound?
Cat Ghoulie.
Cat
I thought that was a really
Ghoulie.
funny line when the strong man is passing her. I think her name was Patty. Patty's like, the cat's name is Muffy. And she's like, "Hey, have you seen my Muffy?" And the guy goes, "Yeah, who hasn't?"
Hey-o.
Yeah, so then she goes in the spook house, and the ghoulies kill her.
They, for whatever reason, have a shaving razor.
Right, yeah, straight razor is on the floor.
Just for no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it fell out of Drunkle's pocket, but probably not, because I didn't see that happen. But I don't know. Who cares? It's a Ghoulies movie. There's a razor on the ground, and they razor her up. And they turn her into a mummy. They turn some other guy into a mummy. She just disappears, right?
She disappears until the end of the movie when she was in some kind of like a sarcophagus thing,
Right.
Like or a coffin.
Yeah. So they kill her, and she just kind of disappears. They just slice her up with this razor.
Yeah, I thought they ate her until later in the movie.
Until she showed back up.
Yeah, it seems like they would eat people, but I guess not.
Well, I mean, they're always
They're too
biting
small.
people. That's about it.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't fit a whole person in a ghoulie belly.
But there's multiple ghoulies.
That's true.
Maybe they were mummifying them to save the leftovers.
I guess.
That's a good point. They thought the sarcophagus was a Frigidaire. And then the carnival starts, and the ghoulies are in the spook house, and there's these two bratty little kids that go up. Nobody's really like in line. The carnival's pretty bumping, but nobody's going to the spook house. And these two rat fink kids show up, and they're like, one kid's like, "This is stupid. You're an asshole." Blah blah blah. And they just go in, and he's like, "Whatever." And they don't really like it. And one kid's like into it, and then they see the ghoulies.
They think they're rats for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, rat ghoulie.
Yeah.
Rats.
Rat ghoulies.
Yeah.
Like,
What kids love rats so much?
rat.
Don't you guys remember being kids and just chasing after rats everywhere?
Unfortunately, yes.
Like rat ghoulie like spews all over this kid's shirt. And for like the rest of the movie, anytime you see this kid, he's just got this puke all over the front of his shirt, and he doesn't.
He's
care
got
at
ghoulie
all.
bugs.
That's what sold him on. He's like sees like the plastic spiders, and he's like, "Oh, that's stupid." And like a mummy comes out, and he's like, "Big deal." And then rat ghoulie pukes on him, and he's like, "Whoa, ghoulie puke! Yeah, this is awesome." And then there's also some other assholes in there.
Yeah, this place, Satan's Den, is just filled with assholes.
Yeah, basically.
This town is filled with assholes.
I guess so.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Sir Sleaze-a-Lot rolled up. I guess maybe he lives in this town too, because he's a total dingus.
Yeah. So these other guys, they're like these teenagers, and one of them's got a boombox playing some Wasp. And he's like, I ain't leaving my tunes out here. My tunes are got to come into the Satan's Den with me. I'm going to flip you the bird.
You can't. You got to turn down that boombox, or you'll spoil other people's enjoyment.
You'll spoil those two kids' enjoyment.
Yeah. Even though they hate it and they're assholes too.
There's this one guy that they hang out with that has this weird, like, leather, like, tasseled vest.
Yeah, it's like a weird cowboy vest almost.
Yeah. And they decide to, like, ditch him in there. And they, like, split while he's still looking around being like, guys.
And they said,
who the hell are you?
And he was like the lackey because he was like, oh, I don't know what that guy's
don't touch
name.
his tunes, man. He loves his tunes.
Yeah, he don't go nowhere without his tunes.
I love that dude's red boombox. I've never seen a red boombox like that.
It's
awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, you
know how
don't
many
see red
tunes you can hold
boomboxes
in
like
there?
those because they fall 3 feet and then they split in half.
Yeah.
They split in 3.
My tunes.
Maybe it's detachable speakers, but still.
Right. Yeah, it looked weird when I had to figure that out too because I was like, whoa, it just like turned into like Legos. It just like broke up into blocks and they're like
It might as
very
well have
even
turned into
blocks.
liquid and just splashed everywhere.
And the ghoulies attack these kids. And that one guy goes missing.
The tunes guy gets cut, right?
Yeah, his hand gets cut up
by flying ghoulie.
Yep. And then the other
guys
dude
are just like
and his
making out.
girl get stuck together by ghoulie snot.
They were sucking face, and rat ghoulie just spews all over their mouths. It's gross.
And they didn't like do anything. They like it went on for a while, and they weren't like he was spitting all over them, like on their hands and on their necks, and then he like the last place he spits is on their face, and they didn't even like question it until they got stuck together.
Yeah.
That dude was
like
really
Gak.
just trying to get to second base.
Yeah.
He was there, man. He was grabbing hats.
His hands were stuck there.
So one of the guys, he had this like switchblade knife in his pocket that he pulled out and it went onto the ground. So Cat Ghoulie like grabs it and stabs the guy with the goofy vest in the leg.
Meow, meow, meow.
And then they put him on like one of those like stretching, those things that like stretches you apart. And you see this shot
And it's got the big...
It's got like a pendulum.
Oh, the pendulum. Yeah, like the pit in the pendulum.
And you see this is an awesome shot of I think it was rat ghoulie or cat ghoulie. I don't know, but it had these like little hooved legs. It was like little like Muppet legs, just like walking on this guy's like legs in his chest. It was the greatest in the shot. And then later they mummify this guy. They kill him and mummify him and put him in like a sarcophagus or a coffin.
Yeah.
Or something.
Well, the ghoulies, the other teenagers, they leave and escape. And that guy with the weird vest is stuck inside the spook house.
Looking for him.
Right. Meanwhile, those two little kids, they go outside and they're like, everybody, go to the spook house. It's cool. They have rats that spit on you. And then everyone, like, there's a crowd, and like you hear this voiceover. Some random guy's like, "Oh wow, yeah, that sounds really good. I like rats that spit on me. That's great." Whoa! And then they bring a huge crowd to the spook house, and the ghoulies. That's where they mummified the other guy. So then this crowd goes into the mummy room, and the ghoulies are there like murdering this guy. And then the kids are like in the crowd. They're like, "Rats, rats, rats, rats," and they start a rat chant because this town is infatuated with the rats.
Which is so weird because if that was the case, you would think that the band Rat would have done the theme song to the movie.
Wasps, 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 wasps.
Blackie Lawless, Blackie Lawless.
Yeah, maybe Flying Ghoulie is Wasp Ghoulie.
Yeah, there you go.
Pancake Wasp Ghoulie. So now the thing's a big hit because of these rats that everybody loves so much.
Yeah.
And the Mr. Sleazoid is like, why the hell is this place making money?
Yeah.
He's determined to shut that place down.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a vendetta against Drunkle.
Uh-oh.
And because it's all about
Could
the
be,
bottom
probably.
line.
Yeah.
And he's kind of after the girl who does the snake show that at the
He's got a real date
Not
rapey
really,
vibe.
though.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not that. It seems fine. I mean, he doesn't really. We don't really see too much between the two of them. He's just like, hey, I want to talk to you. And so when Larry, he sees her coming out of his trailer with Mr. Sleaze, and then he suspects that there's some fun business going on because he's Mr. Sleaze after all. But that's the first time like that we really see him and her talk or like have anything to do with each other, because I didn't even know who she was. Did you guys? Was she introduced earlier? Maybe
Yeah.
I missed it. I don't know.
Yeah, she was at the beginning of the movie.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, well, whatever.
Well,
you were drinking your 2-foot-tall coffee, eating a multigrain
I guess so.
bagel
I
with
was-
some
I
bacon
was-
and cheese. I'm sorry, sausage
That's
and
right.
cheese.
I was too distracted.
Yeah. So now Fausto, Ned Fausto, he's all drunk and he gets up and finds the Ghoulies again. And he realizes that some of these people are murdered inside Satan's den. And he's like, I
Because
summoned
there's blood
you.
on the pendulum. And
Yeah.
clearly there
Right.
shouldn't be real blood on the pendulum.
And it shouldn't be a real pendulum.
Yeah, right. Oh, another thing too is like when you go inside Satan's den, there are real lit candles everywhere. There's like fire pits, real fire pits everywhere. This place is so like not up to code. Like if the fire
It's
chief
magic.
dude, the
That's
fire chief
that's
came down
what
there,
it
he shut
must
this
be.
whole place down, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's
It's
such
got
a
to be
fire
magic.
hazard. Total fire.
Because how else do you, besides in Doctor Who, how else do you go in the back of an 18-wheeler and it's, you know, a freaking mansion basement?
I guess you're
It's
right.
a hot dog palace.
Hot
It's the
dog
magic
palace.
of hot dog palace.
So
He's mastered the hot dog arts,
yeah.
the grilled hot dog arts.
Boiled.
It seems like there's just a
boiled hot
rubbery
dogs.
outside, but
Put them in the pan.
Grab
really
me a
there's a
hot
flavor
dog.
explosion on the
Boiled,
inside.
not grilled.
And you boil them until they burst.
Hey, you got to poke holes in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he's telling the Ghoulies that he summoned them and they got to go back to hell, but they're not listening to him. They just start attacking him, and one of them stabs him with that same knife, but it hit a deck of cards that was in his pocket. So he takes some of his blood and he draws a pentagram on the ground. He starts reading this incantation to try to get rid of the Ghoulies that's in this little like magic book that he's got. But he can't finish a spell because one of the Ghoulies takes some electrical cord and zaps him with it.
Yikes.
And that's the
you
end
hate
of-
to see that happen.
That's the end of the great Fausto.
Meanwhile, outside, this happens after the carnival closes. The Toons dude and his lady show up with the local PD, and they're like, "My friend's still in there," and
And
other
my
stuff.
tunes.
And my tunes.
And they're like, I'm going to sue you, asshole.
I'm gonna sue you for all the nickels you have.
Yeah, right. And then
So
Mr.
they're-
Sleaze bribes the cop. And they were just about to leave. But then all the lights go on in the spook house. And he's
'Cause
like, I
of
thought you said there was nobody in
Drunkle.
there. Yeah. So they
And
now
then
they
they
all
go
have to
inside and they
investigate.
find him moitered.
Dun, dun, dun. But they chalk it up to being an accident because everyone knows that he was a drunk. So they thought he just got drunked and slipped on a pendulum or whatever.
Don't you just hate when that happens?
Hey, happens to the best of us. Be careful with those pendulums, kids. And if you have any ghoulies, make sure your incantations to send them back to hell are done within a swift amount of time.
Make sure you're a good 6 feet away from the nearest ghoulie when reading your incantation.
Yes. And keep a deck of cards in your breast pocket at all times.
Or like slightly where your armpit is, because that's where I think you actually got stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Same thing. Can you just cover your body in a deck of cards?
deck of card armor.
Yeah. So it's
Doesn't
the next
matter what
day.
brand. You know,
Bicycle.
they're all fine.
Doesn't have to be.
Yeah. You can get dollar store.
Could be tricycle. That's fine.
Could be, could
be motorcycle. Whatever.
Be. Mm-hmm. Could be, what's the tandem bicycle? which is weird because it's two decks of cards that are fused together.
And anyway.
We're really spending a lot of time on deck of card armor.
So it's the next day, and the kid is really sad. Larry he's working on the truck trying to, rid his mind of what happened and the death of his drunkle, and the what's the actor
Sir
guy
Nigel.
comes up. Sir, hey, I'm sorry, I can't remember names. And Dane hates me. Dane's shaking his head at me like, you fucking idiot. His name is Sir Nigel over. I'm gonna have a hot dog sandwich I'll give you.
Man, before we started, you were saying you were having a spaghetti sandwich.
I was joking.
And I was like, whoa, what the hell is a spaghetti sandwich? This is something you can only get in Los Angeles? But no, he was wrong. It was a multi-grain bagel from Dunkin' Donuts. And I was like, oh man, you fooled me.
And to go with this 2 feet of coffee.
Yeah, 2 feet of coffee, man.
I do got 2 feet of coffee. I did have that.
Jesus.
Nice.
You know what though? 2 feet of coffee does not go well with spaghetti
sandwiches.
Yeah,
not at all.
You need an ice cold iced tea to go with that.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
You need a tall, cool glass of marinara.
Yeah, God. That'll protect you from the ghoulie toilet terror. And so Nigel brings him some coffee, and then he kind of blows up at Nigel because he's so upset. He's like, "Coffee can't bring my uncle back." And I don't really know what else happened. Then the ghoulies come back later.
It's the next
basically.
day.
I don't know.
And they start attacking the main guy. I can't remember his name.
Larry?
Huh?
Larry.
Yeah. Larry, hey, come on, I'll give you a spaghetti sandwich.
So Larry, so Larry goes in and he starts getting attacked by the ghoulies. Oh, I'm sorry. Before that, Sir Nigel sees the ghoulies. And then Larry finds him and he's like, dude, the ghoulies are real. So they both see the ghoulies. The ghoulies start attacking.
The ghoulies are real.
And they go out there and they're like, hey, everybody.
Oh, you're right.
Don't go into Satan's Den. The ghoulies are in there. So people start coming out. And at this time, Mr. Sleaze is like, listen, I already own this place and I think people should go in there. And
he's like Jawsing it. He's like the mayor of Jaws.
He's got this like security guard with a double barrel shotgun who's like, if they go inside, I want you to blow their brains out. And the guy's like, what do you want me to do? Shoot this guy? And he's like, yes. So he just takes his shotgun, goes in there, and a bunch of the carnies go in there right before they're about to kill more people. They fighting
call
the
all
ghoulies
carnies to fight off the ghoulies.
Calling all carnies.
So
Calling all
Sleaze
carnies.
comes in and they're shooting at the ghoulies. They're putting fire on the ghoulies. Nothing's working. Nothing can kill the ghoulies. And they accidentally shoot the shotgun into the wall, blowing out this big giant
the whole wall out.
And all the ghoulies are like, yeah, let's turn it to stop motion animation. Let's go outside.
That was great. I love the stop motion in this.
It's awesome. It's so good.
I like that the ghoulies like to stick together too. They're just like, hey, look, come on.
Yeah,
they're
Look,
a team.
A truck. Let's get on. A hole in the wall. Everybody go.
Yeah, they're a good band of friends.
They're social animals.
Friends for eternity, loyalty, honesty. They stick together through thick and thin.
If there's one thing we can take away from Ghoulies, it's that friendship is what really matters.
It's like us, the bandits. We're like the Ghoulies. Right. We stick up. We hang out.
We're sweaty and gooey.
If there's a big giant,
we spend a lot of time in the toilet.
Yeah.
We all go out of it together.
We go to toilets and you don't want to go to them after. And
we will get you in the end.
That's right.
Again.
You better watch out.
So now, instead of just Satan's dead, the Ghoulies wreak havoc all across the carnival.
Some of their antics are not that bad, and some are quite deadly.
Yeah. I like this was probably the best part of the movie. My favorite part was this is a non-deadly ghoulie antic. But so there's like the game where you like shoot a BB gun at like it's like a passing buffalo in this carnival. So there's one. So the cat ghoulie goes to this game, and then another ghoulie, I forget which. I think it might be cat and rat ghoulie. I forget. But cat ghoulie has the gun. He's like meow 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 meow, and then the other ghoulie, rat ghoulie, is like playing the target, and he just like pops up, is like boop, 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 boop. It's hard to explain the way he moves, but it's like legit just like a guy with his hand up the ghoulie's ass, like moving across the screen and like bouncing around. I just thought it was fucking hilarious. That was great.
And one that I thought was just totally wacky was there's this big dude who's playing like the punching game. And he like,
get out of here, dweeb.
There's some little dude who's punching. He goes, get out of here. And I don't need a punching glove. I don't need a boxing glove. And he hits this thing. And of course he wins. And his girlfriend gets like a little stuffed animal. So a cat ghoulie like crawls inside the boxing glove and like just, I don't know how he does it, but he like ejects him. He like jets himself through the air and just punches this guy in the back of the head.
No sense.
No sense. And then it gets crazy when the ghoulies go inside the pool where the clown is doing that thing where like you throw throw a ball and like the clown goes into the pool and they eat his arm off in the pool.
That was cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So nobody knows how to get rid of ghoulies.
Yeah. So they one of the other ghoulies, I think Baby Ghoulie, climbs the Ferris wheel and is like undoing the hinges that keep the carts, attached to the wheel and stuff. And so the girl, the love interest girl, I forgot her name, but there was like a conversation earlier that she used to be like, what was going on with her and Mr. Sleaze was that he wanted to hire her as a tightrope walker or a gymnast or something like that. But she didn't want to do it because she's afraid of heights because her brother was also a tightrope artist and he died or something. And so she was telling that to Larry. And so now Larry's hand is fucked up, so he can't climb the Ferris wheel. So she gets over her fear of heights immediately and climbs the Ferris wheel to do something up there.
So
I don't know.
What happened was they need to get rid of the ghoulies because they can't fight the ghoulies, right? So they think there must be some magic incantation.
Oh, right. The book is up there.
So they take the book that Uncle Fausto had and they draw a pentagram on the ground and they start to do the same incantation that Fausto was doing and they finish it. And but right before they do, Flying Ghoulie comes in, takes the book and brings it up to the top of the Ferris wheel. And that's when she has to go and climb the Ferris wheel like an acrobat and get the book. And while this is all happening, of course, there's a million people running around like, oh my God, I'm going to sue this place. I'm getting out of here. So there's pandemonium. Ghoulies. And Mr. Sleaze is like, whoa, this isn't my fault. I'm getting out of here. So he also has to take a crack, right?
Yeah, that's so weird. He goes into the toilet booth or whatever, and then he's looking in the mirror. And he's like, "It's not your fault. It's not your fault." And he's having like a Goodwill Hunting moment, and then he's like, "I'm gonna go take a shit, and then everything will be okay." And
but of course, everything's gonna be okay.
There's a ghoulie in my toilet, and the ghoulie eats his butt.
Yeah, and
he dies.
It was great.
Yeah, that was cool. I would have liked to see more toilet terror out of this scene, though.
That's
me I liked it. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't know, a fountain of blood coming out of the toilet or something like that.
Deep Rising style.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah,
That would've been
exactly.
great. Hey, you know what though? That would have brought this movie from PG-13 to R. That's the
So
problem.
what? They're fucking Empire Pictures. Who cares?
I guess they want little kids to watch
Whatever.
this movie.
Sure.
So
and
they do the incantation, and a big giant ass ghoulie comes out of the ground. It looks just like the
A
baby
giant
ghoulie.
ass baby ghoulie.
It's a baby,
a Sasquatch
huey-sized
baby ghoulie.
oh man, yeah, big baby ghoulie.
And what is its purpose? To eat all the ghoulies, which it does.
And then they need to figure out.
But then it's
how
still
to get rid of it.
hungry.
Now it sees Nigel,
And it goes after
thinks-
them.
It thinks Nigel is one of the ghoulies, so they go into one of the trailers, like one of the dressing room trailers, and this big ass ghoulie.
I thought it was Nigel's.
Oh yeah,
I think it was his
you're
trailer.
right. Yeah, it's Nigel's apartment, and
his
Apartment
His-
on wheels.
yeah,
luxurious apartment where
His
everything
humble
is
abode.
that's right.
half scale.
So they're like, okay, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So they decided he's got like that like gorilla monster suit that he wears in Satan's Den, and they're like, all right, we're gonna plant this thing outside, make it look like a ghoulie, and we're gonna put a Molotov cocktail inside. So they take like
I thought that was an awesome plan.
It
I like
was.
that a lot.
Yep. Now this giant ghoulie picks this thing up, and as it's dining on this iParty costume with a Molotov cocktail inside, you get the goofiest, weirdest, unfitting music. It sounds
Yeah.
like somebody tried
It was
to make like fancy restaurant music with a Casio keyboard.
There was a lot of harpsichord and almost like medieval goofy.
Because
Like-
it was fine dining. Because of in the Molotov cocktail bottle was a fine brandy or something like that.
It sounded like music that would play on a ride at Storyland
Yeah.
in New Hampshire. or something.
Yeah. So the big giant fish ghoulie blows the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And goes in reverse as all the smoke goes back into the earth.
Yep.
And the world is safe from ghoulies once again.
Or
Once
is
again.
it?
Oh no.
So
And then the next day, uh-oh. Kevin, look out behind you. Cat ghoulie.
and he's not doing it. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
So
And
yeah.
the next day, Larry and his girlfriend give up the carnival life. Oh my God, you still have the hairy balls. Sorry, guys. For those of you who don't know, a while ago, Kevbot drew a picture of hairy balls on a sticky note and was accosting us with it. And it's back again. Hairy Ball Ghoulie
Hairy Ball Ghoulie just attacked me.
is terrorizing the Kevbot homestead.
It smelled like Dean's farts.
Oh no! It smells like chicken from Chick-fil-A. Oh, Popeyes, yeah.
Not Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is actually delicious, but
Sorry.
overpriced.
So they leave and they leave. This carnival is fucked because a bunch of people just died at it. So I don't see a bright future for this carnival. But
Larry and his girl decide to just kick it. Just
Yeah.
fuck
they
this place.
start a new life in a carnival far, far away. And then they give, basically, even though they don't technically own it, they hand over the reins to Nigel to run the spook house, and he's happy. And then that's pretty much it. And then they leave. And then we see that there's some noise coming from the toilet. What does it sound like? And then we hear Wasp. You're gonna poop till you like it. There's a ghoulie in my toilet. Oh my God.
Oh man.
And that's the movie. That's Ghoulies 2.
Ghoulies 2.
Ghoulies 2.
All right. So, is there any cool ratings or fun facts that give bought?
Let's see. Last entry in the Ghoulies series to be produced by Charles Band.
Really?
Band sold the rights in order to get money to try and save Empire Pictures, which was struggling financially at the time.
Oh no.
And this was the only sequel in the Ghoulies franchise to be given a theatrical release.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Here's something interesting. It was originally rated R, but for the home release was re-rated as PG-13 despite little to no editing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
Interesting. They could have had some party hats.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
The film and its predecessor were caught in a moral panic in the 1980s, accusing the popular culture of endorsing and glamorizing witchcraft, the occult, and Satanism.
What? This movie?
I guess.
Whatever. Clearly, they did not watch the movie.
Yeah, seriously. Most of the extras only spoke Italian. Interesting.
Well, it's because I had heard somewhere that this movie was made in Italy.
It was made in the North End.
The North End, yeah.
Despite not coming out until 1988, MTV had the video for Wasp's Scream Until You Like It, featuring clips from the film. Oh my God.
Are you kidding me?
What the fuck?
Was that real? That's, oh my God. Are you okay? Gina.
Sounds like someone
Are you safe?
stepped on
Get out of the house. Oh my God. I hope you all heard that at home.
I couldn't contain it.
Do not cut that out.
That was a record.
Sorry, guys. We're going to get another nasty review on iTunes.
Oh my goodness.
God. You got to burn a hole through your chair, man. Jeez. Don't light a match. I hope you're up on your home insurance.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And your life insurance for that matter.
Well, I just converted my heating system to gas.
Oh,
you're fueling.
You're really
fueling
saving
your
a lot of
house.
money. You're self-sufficient in that department. Holy.
Wow.
Oh my God. Dane just threw another burrito on the burner there. You're going to be set for next winter. My God, man.
Jeez.
Oh,
why don't you
crap.
continue? What was that about MTV?
Oh my God. You just blew out the speakers on all of our listeners' headphones.
So despite not coming out until 1988, MTV... Oh my God. Seriously,
crap.
Dane?
Oh my God. Go to a doctor for crying out loud. See some help.
No more Mexican food for you.
Holy crap. Oh my.
Do you need to change your underpants?
That's unbelievable. Do we need to take a break?
I just took a break.
Oh, God.
You got ghoulies coming out of there? Is there toxic waste there now?
The ghoulies are really getting me in the end.
What did you eat, man?
Poop ghoulie.
Anyway.
Jesus Christ.
Holy crap. I really hope you guys can hear that at home. It is loud on Skype
God.
here. My God. Holy.
I'm not going to read this fact anymore because Dean just keeps farting over it.
Oh my God.
It's the cursed Ghoulies 2 fact.
Oh my God. It's coming out of his nose. I can see it. God,
It's
it's boiling.
Ghoulies poo.
You need a little rubber stopper for your butthole.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got there, Kev? Anything else?
Kev,
you
made him pass out.
I might. The Mr. Sleaze guy's death was scripted after criticism that the original film... I give up.
Oh my God.
I give up.
Holy shit. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Oh my God. Unbelievable.
All right, should we just rate it ourselves? Get through with this?
Oh no.
All right, what do we rate this out of?
Oh my God. Uncle Drunkles.
Whew. Wow.
Oh jeez.
Whatever you guys want to do.
What are we doing?
You Kevbot, you practically killed Kevbot with your ass. His spirits have been destroyed.
Yeah. I'm done.
Come on, Kev. What are we reading this out?
Whatever you guys want. I don't care.
How many Satan's dens?
Satan's dens, Uncle Drunkles, flying boxing gloves,
Puking rats.
What?
Puking rats.
Rat puke.
Rat puke.
Rat puke soup.
Rat puke soup. What are we doing? Oh, you know what I forgot to mention real quick? There's this section where they're playing bumper cars, and there's this girl who
she
comes out of the bumper cars and she's just out there, and the ghoulie takes over the car and drives over her, and you see the bumper car go boom, 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 boom. Like, holy
She
shit.
toxic avenges her.
I know. Oh, it's terrible. So, all right, what are we doing? Are we doing drunk Uncle Fausto's?
Sure.
All right.
God, Dane.
All right.
Dane.
All right, who's going first?
You go first.
All right. I give Ghoulies 2 10 out of 10 drunk Uncle Fausto's.
Whoa.
Yep. I think this is the pinnacle of little rubber monster movies. They don't get any better than this.
So next week's episode is going to suck is what you're saying.
I don't know. We'll see about that. We got a pretty good lineup here. But in terms of this is what I consider to be the quintessential little rubber monster movie. I love that there's the spook house, the carnival stuff, the dude talking about the tunes, the kid with the puke saying that this is better than Epcot Center. I just think that it's just an awesome, cool movie about these little rubber monsters just wreaking havoc, and it just doesn't get any better than this. I think it's great. Perfect little rubber monster movie. 10 out of 10.
Whoa.
Yeah, you betcha. All right, who's going next?
That's your ass. All right, I'll go.
All right. Kev's giving me a look.
I know. Ooh, you're giving him the stink.
The stink eye.
I'm gonna give Ghoulies 2 9 out of 10.
Ooh.
Uncle Drunkle Fausto Magicians. I think that was a fun movie. The pacing was really good. It's quick. You get right into the Ghoulies stuff. The characters are pretty well developed for a movie that's called Ghoulies 2. And the kills are fun. The monsters are great. I'd like the giant ghoulie. I wasn't expecting a giant ghoulie. I thought that was really creative. And the way they kill the giant ghoulie, I thought was also creative. I liked it a lot. 9 out of 10 Uncle Drunkle Munkles.
All right. Kev, what's it going to be?
I'm going to give this 9 out of 10 as well.
Oh, jeez. How rude. Seriously, go to a hospital.
I can't go to a hospital.
You're gonna
right
make
now.
Kevbot quit the show.
They won't let you into the hospital right now if you wanted to go.
They'll let you into a hospital.
Not like that.
Oh God.
Oh my
9 out of
God.
10,
All right.
Kevbot.
All right. Try
9
not
out of
to
10.
blow ass into
why 9 out of
Kevbot's.
10 out of 10? Why 9? Why that one extra point off?
I'm going to agree with Chris. It's a very good movie. I wouldn't give it 10 out of 10. It's not a perfect movie, but it's still very enjoyable. Fun rubber monsters. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh, geez.
I
All
look
right.
at Kev was like, and I'm looking at T-Man, and he's got the biggest grin on his face from ear to ear.
Well, farts are funny, but I mean,
No matter how you cut it, farts equal funny.
but when
Get it?
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode of the VHS Bandits.
Thanks for sticking with us, guys.
Dane just blew down the house. All right, Kevbot, why don't you take us out of here? If
All
Dane
right.
can hold his ass back for
If he can
5
stop
seconds.
farting over me talking
I think I'm on empty.
long enough. Thanks everybody for listening to this episode. I'm the Kevbot. Here with me as always are my co-hosts Dane Train and Topher Hansen. As always, be kind and rewind.